Hello everyone, it's Richard here again. So it's the 23rd of June, and it's the 7 years since that fateful day in 2016 when this country voted to shoot itself in both feet. Still an amazing decision, I can't get my head around it, but I want to talk about the actual history of this event, because I'm sure it goes back a long way, and so rather than just focus on the actual mess itself, I'll try and explain how I think it came about. So starting in 1973, when I was 17, still at school, I had a good English teacher called Mr. Cooper, and he helped us to actually assess newspapers to analyse them. So soon afterwards, I looked at the Daily Mail, because around that time there was a referendum. Then I think it was the second one to confirm our membership, I think. And the Daily Mail was all jingoistic, all gung-ho. It was all yay, pro-EU, we're fantastic, we're great, it's a good thing to do, and yeah, go for it. 3 weeks later, it turned around 180 degrees, went anti-EU. It's been the same way ever since, I believe. Not just every issue that had been published, but I checked it now and again to find out what the kind of sentiment is, and it's still there, still anti-EU, and hardly anything ever positive ever published at all. Just the kind of negative things as people perceive them, which may exist. I'm not denying that, but EU's not perfect, but there's nothing ever mentioned about the good of what it was, or even what it was. No explanation as to how it worked, or what it did, or what it was there for, or just a trading partner as far as we're concerned, just a market. So then 1980, I was in Kent, and I remember giving a speech or talk in a park. Can't remember quite how I got there or why I was speaking in public, but I did. And I predicted then that there'd be a disaster of some kind within decades. I think I said 30 years at the time, which would have meant 2010. So in practice, it was about 10 years out. The disaster of Brexit happened about 10 years later than I expected. But the reason for my prediction was that based on my observations of the system, the political system, because it's quite obvious, I think. It's all very tribal. If you look at the tribe in the south where all the wealthy people are, which I met some of them when I was in Kent, very strange ideas indeed. And they're the people, all the money, they inherit the money, they've got lots of land and property and don't need to work. Probably get bored, so they into politics, something to do. To exert some power, because they deserve power, it's their right to rule, they're born into it, as they see these things. So yeah, it became quite clear to me that the system, if you include the media as well as part of that system, which it clearly is, then it became quite obvious to me that in the longer term, the Tories would always tend to win. Not every election, of course, but the long term they would, and that's been proven to be true. The most successful party ever in some senses, some respects, because they win most elections. And yeah, so given that trend and their insane ideas which they have, and their power and influence, it's quite clear to me to get an ever-increasing gap between the wealthy and the poor. Services are being cut more and more every time, and eventually the whole society will collapse. It's just inevitable. So I say I predicted this. In 1980. I predicted this would happen, and I thought it would happen in about 2010 or thereabouts. So it happened in 2016, 2020. So yeah, the actual form I was surprised by, but the disaster didn't surprise me at all. I was waiting for it. I was expecting it. And yeah, it's quite shocking, really. And if you look at the media in particular, it plays a major part in our society, and it's not reporting news. It's just propaganda all the time. Get people like Johnson lying through their teeth in writing articles, just total bullshit. And because it's published in a major newspaper, people believe it. They're set with that question. It's really quite scary. Plus, in addition, a major factor, you've got a large amount of ignorance in our society. Many people are just very ignorant indeed about how the political system works, about how democracy is supposed to work, about the EU, about institutions, about newspapers, about loads of things. It's so ignorant, it's so vulnerable. And there's people that exist in such large numbers now that they act like herds of animals. Because we are animals, we're born animals. We're born delusional in a sense. We have to be taught how to be civilized. Sorry about my words. So I think given those factors, it's quite clear to me that the society is going to be very, very sick indeed. And also given the fact you've got the fact that homeless people are still on the streets. I looked into that once, and I looked at the website of Shelter and the Salvation Army to find out what they thought the reasons were. And apparently most of the people on the streets are there because they're emotionally disturbed, mentally ill, or just bad luck. So why they're there is just beyond me, because it's barbaric behaviour for any society. Yet it's worldwide, it's accepted now, it's got a part of the furniture. Just sick, really sick. So in summary, I'm not surprised that we are where we are now. It's worse than I thought it'd be. But I'm not surprised by the actual disaster at all. That's a foregone conclusion, really. It's built into our system. And it's still there, because our parliament is pathetic. It really doesn't hold people to account at all. There's no constitution worthy of the name. There is one, but it's not clear, it's not enforced. So people can get away with murder, almost literally. Because they're not held to account, not brought to book, not hauled through the courts. There's crimes occurring everywhere in our society, just all over the place. Corruption is widespread and deep now. Our democracy is seriously challenged now. It always was, but it's seriously being challenged now. All these new laws about not being able to protest. And again, if you think about the climate emergency and the other disasters we face, we're not allowed to protest about those now. So what is the government doing? Where's the duty of care? What's it there for? So that's my my rant for today. Hope you found it useful, and please like, that thing. Subscribe and spread the message by social media or talk to people. And comment, please. I would welcome some comments. I would like your feedback. And keep going. I'm just about managing myself. I struggle, but I'm still here. So thank you for your support, and I'll see you later. Bye.